things are looking beautiful for Operation Phoenix as the price hits a new all-time high, as well as a new exchange listing is right on the horizon. In fact, as of the time of me recording this video, it is expected later today. You can find the links down in the description below as usual. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this. Taking a look at Deck Screener, we see the price had hit a high of right around 9.5 cents. So just shy of hitting that 10-cent mark, which will be a great milestone. Breaking above that, people are going to be looking at the next major levels, for example, 20 cents, 25 cents, 30, 40, 50 cents, etc., as this continues to grow. Market cap of about $8.5 million, and we're still seeing of what is staked around 43, 44% of the supply. So a lot of people showing support through the staking system, reaping those benefits. And then moving over here to TradingView, we can see more technical analysis, and this is utilizing my trading bot. If you guys wish to use this yourselves, you can acquire that through my Patreon, which is down in the description below. And if you want to see it more in a tutorial fashion, how it works, the benefits of it, I do have a tutorial video on that as well in the description. So taking a look at here, we can see that there's a lot of rapid succession shorts and longs on the 15-minute time frame. There's been a nice increase in volume over the last 24 hours. Again, a lot of hype going on with it hitting that new all-time high. And as of recently, we can see that there's a really nice green candle that took place here. But as we do zoom in a tad bit, we can see that that top wick pretty long, so there was some major pullbacks, some selling action that took place. The next candle followed up with some big red movement. Then there's a little bit of green, further red, but then look at each of these 15-minute green candles. Nice stair-stepping going up here, then a bit of a consolidated space. And that consolidation, that sideways movement, we have seen historically with this token that it has that pinching effect with the Bollinger Band, which is that blue, that red line, and that green line that forms our Bollinger Band action. And as we see that it gets very thin here, what happens with Bollinger Bands is they tend to expand out. So having that expansion out historically, what we've seen so far, the trend with Operation Phoenix is that when it expands out, that movement is on the upswing. It's a price increase that takes place. So as of right now, we can see there's some wide action, but look, it's just now on the 15-minute time frame starting to pinch again. So if this trend continues, I would suspect that we see some sideways action on the 15-minute chart. So over the course of the next several hours, moving sideways like this. And then with the exchange listing, there is some serious opportunity for volume increase. Whether or not that's going to be to the upside or the downside, we'll have to wait and see. I am trying to be optimistic about it myself. Historically, again, looking at the trends here, things look to be on the upswing, on that movement up of all of this. Also, suggestively on a 15-minute time frame, having this nice push up, pull back down, a bit sideways off of that initial green candle is a bit suggestive of a bull pennant flag or a bull flag, which would also be a nice little bullish indicator having a further continuation up. We can also see with the RSI, which I did manually add in myself, this RSI shows that the volume itself is not in the overbought territory. We did have that nice green candle that took place and that suggestively pushed up this big spike. Then we saw some pullback action. So it's a little bit above the median line. But realistically, with this being a new cryptocurrency, you're also seeing new audiences coming into this. So volume increases on their own. It's to be expected. So this is over for the PancakeSwap side. Do keep note of that. And things overall, in my opinion, are looking really good from a TA standpoint. So then some other key points to share with you guys. Operation Phoenix is growing by the day. They say that they are officially a rewards choice of Real Rocket Fi. Then also the Bitmart listing, the deposits already having taken place and getting started. That's 5 p.m. UTC for February 15th. But now today, as of the time of recording this video, trading on February 16th is at 3 p.m. UTC. That's Operation Phoenix listing on Bitmart at 1500 UTC or 3 p.m. UTC. Primary listing. Boom, baby. Now, I also want to share with you guys, this is a bit lengthy, but it's a lot of work being put into this by Daddy by B over on the subreddit. So yes, there is a subreddit. You guys can check that out. I will include a link to the subreddit down in the description below. And Daddy by B has been doing a lot of these daily posted updates. So I really want to highlight this one for you guys. This is day 14, the 2-week mark, saying continuing to rise from the ashes. Today we broke our all-time high and crossed the 8-cent mark a couple of times. Based on CoinGecko, we look to be up 11% from yesterday. I was thinking to myself today that this project has already started to help OG SafeMoon members rise from the financial ashes that they may have been left in. Let's pretend that you invested $1,000 in SafeMoon and lost 90% of it, bringing you down to $100. You could have taken that $100, joined the Operation Phoenix whitelist, and been well over the $900 lost in SafeMoon. If you missed the whitelist and bought on the first day of launch at the 1-cent price point, you would have made 80% of what you lost in SafeMoon in under 2 weeks. Imagine where we will be in another week or another month. If you took a fraction of the money you lost in SafeMoon or any other token and put it into this project today, you could be rising from the ashes like the rest of the community. We had an extremely informative and powerful AMA with the Astronaut Lounge today. Joe and Sean were able to discuss the roadmap and the fact that they have been able to hit multiple milestones since launch. Tomorrow, they said on the AMA, they can disclose what the newest utility is. Sean drops some hints about it involving a token swap or launchpad. I don't want to draw any speculations, especially since Phoenix Friday is less than a day away, but you can come to the Telegram and listen to the AMA from today that is pinned to hear the hints that were dropped. One major thing I took away from the AMA, which I felt was the most powerful, was that the founders want this to be a community project. The team has mapped out the first few major milestones, but the crypto community is always evolving and the needs are changing. The founders and devs are extremely active in the social media outlets, constantly seeking feedback on what the community wants. This opens the door for endless possibilities, improvements, and potential partnerships. There was some confusion on the AMA about how the staking pools work, especially when the APR changes. People want to know if they will have restake and if new pools will need to be made. So here are the key points to know if you are staking your tokens. When staking, you can withdraw the tokens anytime after the staking time limit. If you keep the tokens staked, then they will continue to earn whatever the set APR is. If tomorrow the developers lower the APR percentage for the pools, everyone who is currently staked would automatically adjust to the new percentage. At any time, you can withdraw the rewards that you have accumulated, even if it's only the end of the day, of day 1. I would not recommend this because there are gas fees to claim the tokens, minimal, but still not worth doing every day. Adding more tokens to your stake does not renew the contract time, so if you staked 1,000 tokens today for 30 days and decided to stake another 1,000 next week, the token unlock would expire on March 15th. 30 days from today, not from the time the second staking occurred. If you have an emergency situation, you can emergency unstake at any time for a 25% loss of tokens. I would stay away from this at all costs. After your staking period, 14 days, or there's the 30-day option, is up to you. You will have to manually unstake them if you don't want them staked, and you will not have a fee. Some interesting tidbits from the day. The team mentioned today that we have some marketing campaigns and partnerships coming up over the next week. So we will see some marketing funds getting moved to cover the costs. So far, the team has been transparent about all the funds. I appreciate them telling us in advance where they will be going. We hit the #1 trending token today on Dex Screener because the community has been coming together and completing the tasks outlined in the Telegram group. Please help us stay in the top spot since it is free advertising and helps bring in new investors. Our Reddit group got its own shout out today, so thanks everyone for being a part of the group. We continue to grow this sub. If you haven't become an official member of the Reddit Operation Phoenix community, do so. And thank you, Sean, for mentioning my reports on your call today. Whale tracking. The monster whale we have been tracking has slowed his sales down to 7,500 at a time instead of 10,000, only dropping about 25,000 today and bringing them down to 455,000 of the 1.6 million they have. The 0x9 whale dumped another 60,000 tokens and brought their total bag down to 450,000 from the original 1 million they started with. OX1 whale dumped 60,000, bringing them down to 200,000 from the 290,000 they started with. We had a few other whales selling minimal amounts of 10,000 tokens. Nothing too exciting to point out, but what is great is the top whales only sold out about 200,000 total, which will be one of the lowest, if not lowest, dumps they have been doing. This is part of why we showed the major growth we did today. Our newest whale continued to buy today, accumulating another 200,000 tokens, moving them up to 700,000 tokens over the past 3 days. I salute you, whale. This person obviously understands crypto, and the fact they are buying into Operation Phoenix makes me overly excited. As I have expressed in all of my previous posts, this project is still so early on. We just hit the 8 million mark, which is still extremely low. I have seen numerous meme tokens over the years with zero utility and a poor community achieve 500 million after a few months of launch. This project is far from a meme token with a whole slew of items already created and products to launch on the roadmap. We have some of the strongest communities coming together, SafeMoon and Squid Grow, to help build an ultimate crypto community. I continue to stay bullish as we move into our centralized exchange listing, and I will have my fingers crossed that my wallet is selected on tomorrow's Phoenix Friday for the merge competition we had last week. Lastly, we had quite the price increase over the last 48 hours. There's always a pullback to make up for it. We are already seeing a dip back to the 0.076 mark. The best idea is to mentally prepare for another 5 to 10% pullback. If you see low sevens tonight, do not panic. Don't try to swing trade. The 5% tax in and out is too risky. If you try to beat the dip and sell, you will need to perfectly time a drop of more than 10% to even see profits. If the market dropped 11% back into the high sixes, you happen to catch the low perfectly, making 11% gain, you would lose 10 of the 11% in taxes. This is not worth trying to gamble a 1 or 2% gain by trying to time the temporary dip. Before you know it, the dip will get eaten up and you will end up buying in a worse position than you did. You are early, you'll see lots of dips. Crypto is an emotional roller coaster that causes many to make poor decisions. The best thing is to be prepared mentally. If we dip back down a little bit, close your wallet, go for a walk, watch a movie for a few hours, it'll be okay. Continue to happen repeatedly, but each time it does, we grow like a phoenix. So this is not my financial advice, guys. I am not a financial advisor. Let me just make that clear. And again, this is through the Operation Phoenix subreddit. You can find the links to that down in the description below. Now, besides that, if you're looking for more cryptos to try and move plays on, you want to get in early on these things with the pre-launch, they just launched, or there's just something that looks like it's making moves, you can join an exclusive trading group. High-level traders. This is HG Access. You can find a link to that with Patreon down in the description below. And also, if you're looking to do leverage trading, you want to try and do 10x, 50x, 100x leverage trading, you can check out the crypto exchange Margex. I have a referral link in the description below. They have a lot of mainstream cryptocurrencies. They're adding a little bit more to their list from time to time. They also have staking and copy trading. But the big thing is that leverage trading. And there's no KYC. So if you want to get started with them, it only takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute for the registration process, and then you can get started. If it's not available in your area, some people use VPNs. Not saying that you guys should. There are people that do that, though. And if you use my referral link and you make a deposit, you can get a little bonus to your account on top of everything else. So there you go, guys. There's the latest with Operation Phoenix. Tell us what you think down in the description below, and all the links to everything you can find in the description. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to We Love, Victor Vegas for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.